Hello, all you imps, pixies, and other fine fae folk. It's me, Michelle, the Hobby Hobbit. This is a channel where we play with different kinds of artsy craftsy things, but we are master of none. To those of you who have just wandered across my channel, I would love it if you would consider giving me a like and a subscribe. It helps my baby channel grow. To those of you who have subscribed and have come back, hi. How are you? How you doing? Welcome back. Right, Etsy shops. Well, actually, in my description box, I got a ton of links. Links to channels to support, channels to inspire. I also have products that I like. And then this, I don't know if these are still going to be good codes or not, guys. I've not filmed in like 6 or 8 weeks on a semi-regular basis because of Mom's health condition. So I don't know if these still apply. So forgive me if they're not good anymore. So you get 10% off at My Scrap Cabin Shop with Erin using the code Hobbit10. Tukey Designs, 75% off Hobby75. Do know Etsy does not stack codes, so if there's one that's better in place, use that instead. Vintage Paper by Design. This is June. Let me put that in on there because that pen just didn't want to write on that. Come on. There it goes. Vintage Paper by Design. This is June. She is opening up her shop. She has got some really cool stuff that she's working on. She's got these ephemera folders that she's making. They are gorgeous, you guys. Absolutely stunning. So she's working on those. So we're going to continue on in our little butterfly spring journal now that we're coming into summer. Yeah. June had sent me a ton of tags and things. This is the second time I'm filming this, by the way, because the first time didn't film. Anyways, June sent me a ton of tags and things. So I pulled some of the stuff out thinking, well, we can use those as stuffers in here, yeah? I'm going to attempt to use Michael's Creatology brand glue. We all know that Michael's and I do not get along. Well, not Michael's and I. Glue and I do not get along. Glue in general. And I do not, you know what, I want to round, should I round these? Should we ink them? You know what, yeah, let's do a little inkage. It's been a hot minute since you guys have heard me sing the Inky Dinky song. We're going to use Vintage Photo today. Usually I use the Ground Espresso, but I'm feeling Vintage Photo with this coloring. So we're going to ink it up. 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 Ink it up. An inky it up. Yeah, that looks so much better. I love the look, don't you? Yeah. Now what I'm also tempted to do is to, I'm going to. Because I can't be bothered to find my Tim Holtz, like, distressor thingy. I'm going to do it on this. I'm just taking scissors and I'm just going to distress this all the way around. Yeah, I like that better. Now let's go ahead and grab some more color on these edges. Yeah. I hope you guys have been doing well. We've got Mom home finally. She's had quite the stint in the hospital for the last 6 weeks and nursing home 6-8 weeks. We've had her home since last Thursday. I'm deeply worried because my brother has to be out of town. I have to work and we have no one to sit with Mom. I had a friend who said she was going to do it, but she kind of has had to back out on me, so my mom's going to have to sit alone, and I'm trying to teach her, you know, tricks for not having vision anymore. She's of the mind I can't do it, and I'm like, Mom, you can. There are other people that are, you know, in your condition that have had no vision their entire lives. If they can do it, you can, Mom. You've got this. It's a bit of a struggle, I will admit, because she's fighting the depression of the loss of her vision, if that makes any sense to you guys. I want to put like a smaller something down here too. So let's just do, okay, hang I don't want that one. Let's do, does that look, you know what I might do? I'm going to cut this off. I'm going to cut that right there. Hopefully straight. Y'all know me and cutting things. But if I go, there we go. That means it's, well, that's too short now. Okay, raise your hands if you knew I was going to cut it too short as soon as I said I'm going to cut that. Raise your hands for me, yeah? That looks better though. Okay, so let's put one in the back side. We'll do the dark. We'll do this dark one. I've got two of these shinies too. We'll do the dark one. Let's do it on this side because I don't hardly ever put anything on this side. This, I'm not going to scrum up the edges or anything. And these are Sugar Bell bottles. I have learned that you have to be very careful because they flow, y'all. They flow. So I have learned that I actually lay it down on the side and I get a kind of thin strip. I switched to these bottles because I was having issues when I was trying to squeeze a lot of glue out of the just little bottles that I had purchased, the really fine point bottles like this that I had purchased. Oh, it was like my hands were cramping. So I was like, something's got to give here. And then I found these bottles, you know, because everybody talks about them, and boy, did they splooge everywhere. They were like, and I'm like, there's a learning curve to using them, guys. I'm not going to lie. There is a learning curve, yo. Right. I'm going to turn these into tucks because I've got two of these and two of these and two of these. So we're going to put all that into these as a tuck. These can go back over here because I'm not going to use those now. Right. So since I'm turning these into a tuck, I'm going to round the corners. I just find that more soothing. I do apologize for not being here more regularly. I'm hoping that I'm able to film a little bit more now, y'all. It's been a rough couple of months, I'm not gonna lie, with my mom's health. It's been really, really bad. So I have been which way do I want that? I've been extremely worried about my mama. There was one day that I actually thought we were saying goodbye. And that was the day that security got called on me at the hospital. Yeah, that was a fun day. Yeah, that was a fun day. I wasn't acting up or anything, you guys. I had been filming my mom because I thought this was goodbye. She was found unresponsive, thrashing about in her bed in the nursing home after just being released from the hospital. And when my brother calls me at work and says, Michelle, it's Mom, it's not good, that sends me into a direct panic mode. So I left work, keeping in mind, you guys, I work an hour plus away from home. So I just called my boss and was like, I gotta go. I have to go. Something's wrong with my mom. So I get to the hospital and it's bad, you guys. Like, she can't close her mouth. She can barely talk. She can't, she's unsettled. She can't get her, she's constantly moving her arms and legs. It's just not my mom, you know, it's just something wrong. I won't talk about the doctor and her bedside manner and what she recommended for us to do. Basically, her recommendations were no life-saving procedures or measures should be done because she felt my mom's health was too fragile. So there's that. But so I'm filming my mom, and then they're coming in to draw some labs. So I put the camera down, and it's sitting on my lap. Well, these lab technicians called security thinking I filmed them. And I'm like, I didn't. I said I was filming my mom. This might be the last time I see her. And I just wanted some videos of my mom. So he demands to see my phone and see the videos I took and can see, yeah, there's nothing in there. I didn't take any photos of these girls, you know. I had their hands. That was it. So he's like, okay. And then he has the nerve to give me a hug. And I'm like, you know, I don't want this guy touching me now, you know. Anyways, long story short, my mom had carbon dioxide. For lack of a better word, it was like kind of like a poisoning. For lack of a better word, she had too much carbon dioxide buildup. My mom is deathly afraid of masks and claustrophobic. And so while she's basically non-responsive and unable to really talk, here I am trying to tell her, Mom, look, we're going to have to do this. I'll be here. I'll hold your hand the whole time. Because we had to put a mask on her, and she was so little because she'd lost so much weight. She'd lost so much weight that they couldn't even get a mask to fit her. And it scared her because it was flapping. But I'm holding her hands, and I got her to wear the mask for me while I was holding her hands and talking to her and counting down minutes. And then we got her sorted, and she's been right as rain ever since. Her appetite came back. Like, she got down to below 80 pounds, you guys. Below 80 pounds. But I got her to eat, and she's now, since that time, about 3 weeks ago, she's picked up about 8 or 9 pounds. So I'm extremely thankful that we've got her eating again. Extremely thankful for that. Now, will this look better on... Yeah, we could use the back for journaling spot. I don't want to put it on yellow paper because I feel like it... Ooh, okay. We could do that. I'm going to do this. Okay, I'm switching out to the Lineco glue because this... I've had luck with it in the past not puckering vellum. In the past. So we're going to try it again and see. And we'll turn this into a tuck. And again, this stuff just really comes out fast. I'm sorry, guys. I shouldn't have unloaded all that on you. But I know some of you guys are worried about my mom as much as I am. And you guys want to know, and you deserve an update of how everything's been going. But see, like the first week, she was in the hospital because she wasn't feeling well. Well, it turns out she had pneumonia. Okay, we get that sorted. The second week, she comes home. Within 24 hours, she's back in the hospital because she's got chest pains going on. So we're back at the hospital again. And then the third time was that... the third time was the carbon dioxide issue. And then she went to a nursing home for recovery for about 2 weeks. And... well, I won't go on about the rest of the struggles that we've got with what's going on with her and how much I'm worried about other things that affect this should she have to go back in again. Hopefully we're working on getting that sorted. But my brother's going back to work, and now we have no one that can sit with Mom. So I'm trying to... I'm trying to teach her tricks of the trade, and the whole point today was for me to go with her to the store so we could figure out something for her to eat. And she's like, her oxygen tubing has been winding up on her, so she's like, I'm like, Mom, you've got to take your cannula off and you've got to undo it. And I know she's like, well, I can't see to do it. Well, you can feel it, Mom. You can feel for that. You've got to try that. So she doesn't like me telling her that she's got to try. Bless her. I do have her on an antidepressant now, because she's really struggling with the loss of her vision. And then I had tried to reach out to the VA to get some funds so that we could have someone come in to watch Mom. And we literally would only need for like a month or so because we were applying for state insurance. And we're just waiting on a waiver. And I heard back from the VA and they're like, well, this is a 6 to 9 month process just to start it. And I'm like, okay, well then I guess never mind. I guess we're good. Okay, so I have some of these. Now that's a nice little gentle tuck. What I want to do now, I've got some pretty pet tapes and things. There's purple. I want to lean heavily towards the purple in this for some reason. I don't know, because of the cover, I guess. So I want to lean towards purple on this. I'm going to keep this one really super simple. I'm not going to do a whole bunch to it and make a whole bunch of extra stuff for it. I'm just keeping this a really, really simple little journal. I'm actually way out of practice, you guys. It's been so long since I've filmed and made anything. I think the last film or video I put out was just a flip through, wasn't it? And I'm not gonna lie, I've kind of lost my mojo. Stress will do that to you, I guess. Now I know there's a part where this thing comes open. What the heck? So, okay, I'm going to tell you guys a funny story now that I've shared my sad stuff. My kitty cat Bug, the little black kitty that I have, she's my baby. The minute she came into the house, she was mine. My mom brought her home there, but that's what we need. My mom brought her home. She actually found her on a railroad track. She was driving down the road, going over these railroad tracks, and heard a loud little meow. And so she stopped, found her, and then brought her in the car, took her to a pet food store, and was like, hey, do you guys, do you guys adopt out animals or anything? And they're like, yeah, no. And so she bless her heart, she tried to find a place for this little kitty to go, and nobody would take her. So my mom brought her home because we are animal lovers in this house. And she was like, hey, Michelle, I need you to go out to my car. There's a box of dog food treats out there. Can you go get them for me? And so I go out, and out pops this little teeny tiny black kitty. Meep, meep, meep. So I was like, oh. And as soon as she was in my arms, she was mine. 100% mine. Okay, I know this comes off of here. I also know that since I've got nails on, I can't feel as sharply as I can with everything else. So anyways, my little Bug, she's a mouser, and we live out behind a field. So the other night she jumped on my bed, and I hear her going, "Rrr," and I'm like, oh no, oh no, oh no, I know that sound, I know that sound. So I jump out of bed, I look at her, she's got a mouse in her mouth on my bed. Well, as soon as I jumped up, I had to pee, right? You know, because you're laying down, why is that not coming out of there? What is going on? So I had to pee. Well, Bug always goes to the bathroom with me. She runs down, races down there. I turn the water tap on. She drinks out of the water. She fusses around, lays on the floor. I pet her a bit. You know, we have a little routine. Well, she was doing that with mouse in her mouth. No, ma'am, that is not going to happen, miss. So I wait for her to come out. Then I go down there. I do my business. I come out. I can't see her anywhere. Where the heck is Bug? I go into my room. She's sitting on my bed. There's no mouse in her mouth. I'm like, oh no, 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 oh no. And I pull the covers back and this mouse scampers down and underneath my bed. I grabbed Bug, I threw her under the bed so she could catch the mouse. Yeah. So I didn't sleep a whole lot that night. Why is that not? I know these things come off of here. Okay. Let me try just cutting around it and see, because this is just going to really, really irritate me if I can't get this to come off. What the actual heck? I am not going to fight with this much longer, you guys, if I cannot get this thing off. Which it appears that I cannot. I'm going to switch to a different kind of sticker, and we're just going to, I'll figure that out later. I haven't used any of these ones. I've got 3 sets of them, and I haven't used any of them, I don't think. So I don't know if that's going to work or not. Huh. How about it? Right. And then what I told you guys on the other video that I filmed that I didn't hit play on, I was making my mom some oatmeal the other day. Seriously, it's got to be these freaking fake nails. I was making some oatmeal the other day and for my mama, and my nail caught in the door handle, about ripped my nail off. So this one's really tender. That's why I haven't taken these off. Because it's really, really tender. And that filing is going to hurt. Why? Okay. Okay. I'm going to do this. I think I've got... This is so flippin' irritating. Why? This tells you how out of practice I am, you guys, that I can't even get stickers off of backing. I mean, really? Stickers? I switched this out because the other one was my glue one, and it's got like glue nib stuff in it at the tip, so it's not as sharp, if that makes any kind of sense. There we go. No! Do you see that? I finally get that loose and then it tears. What the heck? Alright. Alright. Don't get frustrated. It's your first video back, Michelle. Things are gonna happen. Those aren't torn at all. That's just one big strip. I thought these were cut. I guess I have to cut around them. Not doing that either. Okay. Let's try the third thing we'll do then. We're just going to put some butterflies on this. We'll just put some butterflies on. Oh my gosh, you got... Oh. Alright, I'll be back. I gotta go check on my mom.